Tottenham need signings and signings now. This is going to be match reaction to yesterday's game. Tottenham 2, Bayern Munich 3, in a game in which I thought there was some good things, I thought there were some poor things, and I thought there was some alarming things. We'll start with, firstly, by saying we are very, very close to 19,000 subscribers now. 504 away. The road to 20,000 subscribers is well and truly, and we're trying to hit 20,000 by the end of this month. So if you're new to the channel, please do go down, hit that subscribe button, and if you enjoy the content, drop a like as always. Now, Tottenham 2, Bayern Munich 3. If you look at the lineups we played, we were missing a couple of players. Bayern Munich were missing a lot of players. The alarming thing for me, the amount of shots we concede on goal is very high at the moment. Pedro Porro, Radu Dragusin, Ben Davies and Spence. No Destiny Udogie, no Romero, no Van der Ven in that back line. Other than that, that's practically the strongest midfield we could have played and the strongest front line we could have played. Obviously, now we've got Dominic Solanke. He will be playing against Leicester, our first game of the season. Leicester away. When you look at Bayern Munich's team, this is a Bayern Munich team with Harry Kane on the bench, with no Davis. This is a Bayern Munich team, with, I guess you could say, that one of their strongest wingers, Leroy Sané, not involved. Still had Musiala, still had Pavlovic, who's a player. Stančić at right back. Kim, Upamecano, Guerrero, Neuer. Benches for Bayern Munich very strong. Obviously, Harry Kane and Dyer, Kingsley Coman, Paulinho, Lima. De Ligt, who is now going to be a Man United player. Leon Goretzka. Missouri, who's now a Man United player. We had Jamie Donnelly, Gunter, Divine, Austin, Solomon, Lancashire, Moore, Van der Ven, Benson, Core, Romero, Werner, Bergvall, Gray, Udogie, and Skip. Now, we actually went 1-0 up literally in the first minute, and it kind of set the tone for a game. It was a very open, very end-to-end game, but it's the volume of goals Tottenham have conceded throughout this pre-season for me. Yes, we haven't had our back four, but we've conceded in the the 6 games we've played: 1 against Hearts, 2 against Vissel Kobe, 3 against the Korean League, and 4 against Bayern Munich. We've conceded 10 goals in the 6 games we've played, which is very high. Don't get me wrong, you'd expect Tottenham to batter teams like Hearts, QPR, Vissel Kobe, and the Korean 11, but how open we are tactically at times, it's insane. We go 1-0 up, Dejan Kulusevski, and then after that, Bayern Munich just took control of the first half. Upamecano, Serge Gnabry, and Thomas Muller. We pride ourselves on playing it out from the back, and in certain points of that game, we were giving the ball away time after time after time in that back line. Time after time after time, giving the ball away in the back line. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens with regards to the remainder of the transfer window. The alarming thing is we need a number 6. Loads of people calling it for it yesterday on the socials, bringing a number 6. I still think we need a wide player, and I still think we need maybe two fullbacks. We've got the centre back situation, which has got strong depth in Radu Dragusin, Van der Ven, and Romero. We need a fullback on both sides now. Royale's joined Milan, and we don't really have a backup left back. I don't really want Van der Ven playing there, because if Van der Ven plays there and whatever reason that hamstring goes, we're down to bare bones on centre backs. In terms of yesterday's game, I thought there were some good parts. I thought we did well in possession in their half, but we gave the ball away time after time after time. Kulusevski looked sharp, got a brace. Bergvall come and made an assist for him. At Bayern Munich, I'll be honest, I don't think Bayern Munich really had to flex their muscles that much to beat us, if I'm being brutally honest. I think Bayern Munich genuinely were very, very strong in the whole. If you look at the match stats, 21 shots to Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich had more shots on target, nearly the same amount of shots on target as we had shots. They dominated possession, they dominated shots, they dominated shots on target, roughly the same corners. And if you look at Tottenham's stats in the game in South Korea against Bayern Munich, it was exactly the same thing. Dominated possession, dominated shots on target, and dominated us in corners. And that was a Bayern Munich side that once again didn't have that team didn't have Davis, didn't have Kane, didn't have Sane, didn't have Lima. That team didn't have Stancic at right backs. They played a younger player. The alarming thing is, if we're going to play the bigger teams, if we're going to play the stronger teams, the Arsenals, the Liverpools, the Uniteds, the Cities, the Villas, and Villa at the moment looking at signing Gertruda, we need to find a way of tactically dropping that back line 5 to 10 yards deeper. I think that will change absolutely everything for us on an attacking standpoint, because overall, I believe yesterday's game for us was it's a good session in terms of Tottenham playing against a stronger side, but in my opinion, we need more. We need more than that, in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts down below on the squad, on Tottenham's remainder of the transfer window. I think if we don't bring in a 6 going into the remainder of the season, I think we're going to be very, 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 very vocal in that midfield. Going to be rows, going to be arguments, because we look exposed on the counter attack time after time after time, and the amount of defensive mistakes we're making when it comes to being in an absolutely in my opinion, we need more than that. We need to be in a position where we look a lot stronger in the back line. The amount of times through pre-season we've given the ball away. We did it against the Korean 11 twice. We did it against Bayern Munich, both in Korea and in London. We need to I understand it's not our best back line. I understand there's no Udogi in there, Van der Ven and Romero. They did come on, however, but we look very, very shaky at times at the back. And I think Tottenham need um, a little bit more, in my opinion, in terms of you know when it comes to being comfortable passing out from the back in that game. If Bayern Munich had Harry Kane on the pitch in yesterday's game, they would have got 4 or 5 goals. You know, Vicario made some wonderful saves, but we need DM. Like Bayern Munich have got the likes of Pavlovic who can play there, the likes of Paulinho who can play there, Lima who can play there. They're all very, very, very strong defensively. This team, you've got the crazy Madison and Basuma and Sarr aren't really out and out sixties, are they? You know, and that is one of the problems. Another thing is Jed Spence. For me, we need a better player in this football club than Jed Spence. I'm sorry, but that's just my opinion. He gave the ball away 3 or 4 times yesterday in dangerous areas, and yeah, for me, yeah, I I think we personally, for me, we should be looking at more of a out and out fullback. Let me know your thoughts down below on that. In terms of Tottenham this season, if we play against the bigger teams like this with open, expansive football, I worry about how we're going to get on against the bigger clubs. I think we will beat a lot of the big clubs, but I think we could get a lot of hidings this season. You think last season we conceded 4 against Brighton, we conceded 4 against Newcastle, we conceded 4 against Chelsea, we lost home and away. Oh, sorry, we're at home by 3 to Arsenal. Manchester City barely flexed their muscles and beat us 2-0. When it comes to playing the bigger teams, I think we've got to drop that defensive line, and we have to. We have to sign a defensive-minded player. Otherwise, that Bayern Munich game, them barely flexing their muscles could be Tottenham facing the bigger teams this season. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you have subscribed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching.